The Plymouth Bay Cultural District includes both the Plymouth waterfront and downtown areas, a vibrant geographic region defined by dynamic artistic, musical, educational, and commercial opportunities, as well as historic sites and parks. Julie Thompson spoke with arts advocate and Vice Chair Malissa Kenney and Town Planner and Chair Robin Carver about what's new and next for the Cultural District.
Welcome, Robin and Melissa. It is so good to have you with us today. We're going to concentrate on the exciting events coming up, but I would like to start with what a cultural district is, because some people still don't know. And according to your website, it is defined by the Massachusetts Cultural Council as a downtown area with a concentration of cultural activities, facilities, and assets. It's walkable, easily identifiable to visitors and residents, and serves as a magnet for artistic and economic activity. Absolutely, that's downtown Plymouth. So, Melissa, let's start with you and talk about Art Fest.
Thanks, Julie. So Art Fest actually is a mini festival, and it is a celebration of our visual, performing, and literary arts in Plymouth. We, after taking a pause last year from Art Week, and knowing that Art Week is not going to come back, the Bach Center is not going to be sponsoring that again statewide. We wanted to kind of resurrect the spirit of what Art Week was and kind of do our own thing. We feel like it's especially important this year to make sure that we are featuring our artists, our creatives, our makers, our performers, and giving them a forum. So Art Fest is going to take place August 26th through August 29th.
Okay, so 4 full days. There's going to be many components of it. Let's talk about Porch Fest. And Robin Carver, could you talk to us about what Porch Fest is?
Sure, thanks, Julie. So Porch Fest, which is going to be on October 28th, Saturday, in conjunction with this year again with the Waterfront Festival, where what we're doing is proposing to bring music, live music, into the streets from the downtown, from the waterfront area up to downtown Plymouth, by providing musicians and performers on people's residence and businesses in their front yards, lawns, sidewalks, driveways, wherever, to have musicians playing basically all over town to bring people through town listening to wonderful music. We've got 19 musicians signed up already. A lot of the ones that we had in our first and last one in 2019 were very excited to come back again. And now we've got a few extra new performers as well. And we have 15 host locations. And they really are tying all the streets between the waterfront, Brewster Street, Chilton Street, Memorial, North Street, and Leiden Street. And we also have some performers on Court and Main Street as well, uptown. So it should be a lot of fun. Everybody's excited to hear the people performing again and get people out and about downtown.
Oh, that's excellent. That sounds like such fun. What are the other components, Melissa, that are involved in this whole art week?
So we have created a couple of signature events that are sponsored by the Cultural District. And one of those is Rain Poetry. We've been wanting to partner with our poet laureate, Stephen Delbos, for quite a while, and this was just a great way to do it. So it's kind of a movement you may have seen in Boston, other areas of the country, but essentially you take verses from poems or impactful statements, and you stencil them on sidewalks using a special product that's only visible when wet. So it's kind of a happy accident to be walking, down the waterfront or downtown in the rain, and all of a sudden, this beautiful poetry verse is visible on the sidewalk. So that's one of our events, and we're going to kick it off on Friday, the 27th, at Brewster Park with 8 poets reciting, performing some of their original poems. So the 8 poets include Stephen.
Yeah.
And they come from Plymouth and the Cape and Situate, and we are hoping that we'll have some music accompaniment there as well. Sure. And so they'll be reciting the poetry right in the garden, and then we are going to encourage the crowd to take a walk to one of the nearby verses where we will reveal it kind of ahead of time. And then when it rains, you'll get to see it. We'll have the locations on a map going forward. So that's rain poetry, and we're really thrilled about that. And the other signature event is chalk art.
Yep.
So this is an event that we actually had planned last summer in conjunction with the Chamber's block party event in June. Unfortunately, we had torrential rains and had to cancel it. And so we're bringing it back on Sunday, the 29th. So that'll be kind of the culmination of our week. So far, we have over 6 artists who are going to use Sidewalk as their canvas. And I'm really excited because we have young artists as well. So we have youth that'll be participating. Right now, our plan is to have chalk art designated at Town Square, so surrounding Town Square. And then depending on how many more artists sign on, we're going to go to Depot Park as well. So that will kind of have bookends either end of downtown that will encourage people to move from one end to the other.
Right.
And then in addition to that, we are inviting anyone that has a visual or performing or literary arts event going on, even our small businesses that might have trunk shows, knit-alongs, anything creative to participate, and they can be under the banner of Art Fest and be included in all of our marketing.
That is just fabulous. That's wonderful. Robin, question. So if I'm a person and I'm like pretty excited about a lot of these events and I want to maybe plan things for different days, is there a triptych or is there something that you've put together that tells everybody in one place where you can go, here's the map, here's the time frame, all that? Is it all in one place?
Well, we provide all of that information on the Plymouth Bay Cultural District website, plymouthbayculture.org. And we have our events calendar up there. Everything will be listed up there. We're also putting together maps of the Porch Fest schedule and map like we did last time, so you can download a map. We'll have some printed and hopefully have some of those available, but with just the changing of times, a lot of things is electronic now, so it'll be downloadable from the website. We also we have this Pixel, it's an app now that we're producing, that we have one located right now at the Hedge House at the sculpture down there in this Together sculpture, where you can actually go up to it and download the app and it can give you information about it. We're going to try to place pixels around in a few locations. We have 4, I believe, that we're going to place around so that can help people be able to find that location and then download the map and the schedule from there and what's going on for the 4 days of Art Fest.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, what exciting. Now, obviously, all this is outside, so what happens if it rains? Is there any contingency for a rain date on all of this?
Yeah, so rain date for Porch Fest will be Sunday, the next day, on the 29th, which will be kind of exciting because then we'll have Porch Fest going on and chalk art going on at the same time. So that'll be a great connection between the two of them. They'll interface well together. They don't overlap in the exact same locations, but it just kind of brings it all together. And then if it rains on Sunday, we will have had Porch Fest on Saturday, and chalk art will be scheduled again on October 1st. It'll be a first Saturday. So we just are just looking at the calendar as we thought that made sense to put it further out into the fall and tie that in with first Saturday and first Friday nights and kind of make that a fun weekend.
Right. And that's more culture and artisticness and everything that's going on in the downtown area, which is wonderful. And the last question, Melissa, I'll ask you, is just in case there's any change with a variant, is there any information or any place people would go to find out any updated information? With the same place, website?
Yeah, absolutely. And our social media. We post regularly on our Facebook and our Instagram accounts. And certainly we will get the word out even through print media.
Okay, great. If there's any change. Okay, excellent. Ladies, you have a wonderful 4 days planned. I hope so many people come, and it's right in the middle of the downtown festival that the Chamber puts on, the Waterfront Festival, so there'll be tons of vendors there too. So we're hoping to have thousands of people crowd to Plymouth and just enjoy everything about Art Week here in Plymouth. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, Julie, Robin, and Melissa. To plan your visit to the Plymouth Bay Cultural District, visit plymouthbayculture.org. Thank you for watching. We are grateful for your attention. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe to The Local Scene here and share everywhere. Thank you, friends.